Hello, this is I Do Damage and welcome back to the channel. In this Gunfire Reborn video, I want to get this out to you today, the day that I actually recorded this. I was going to hold out, but I'm having so much fun on this game that I just couldn't wait to tell you guys about it. It's $11.99 on Steam. It's a first-person shooter. It's kind of like Borderlands meets Risk of Rain 2, where it's a roguelike, there's super sweet guns, super fun gunplay, everything like that. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to real quick just share my thoughts on the game and why I think you should invest your time and money into this gem. First of all, combat. As you should know by now, combat is the number one thing I look for in every action RPG type of game, and this one does it really well. There's so many different interesting guns. I think there's somewhere around like 50 different guns that you can collect over time. And keep in mind, it is a roguelike, so that when you die and you come back, any guns that you've gained during that mission, you actually lose and have to restart at the beginning with finding new guns over again. But there's so many different guns and so much variety that it's okay. It's actually enjoyable for me. I'm usually turned off by roguelike games, but this game actually has a progression system that is pretty cool, where everything you gain in the mission, so gold, guns, and also you have these scrolls that you get, they're basically buffs that make you do different things. Those are all lost when you die during a mission, but when you actually do die and you get kicked back to the main menu, there's a talent tree that is you keep forever. It always sticks with you, and it's nice to have a permanent progression path like this. Basically, while you're going through the mission, you'll get these essences that you can then use into the skill tree right here I got pulled up for you. So there's 4 different trees, I guess. You have Expedition, Survival, Battle, and Hero. So when I first started playing, I thought that, oh, there's 2 different characters, right? There's a cat and a dog, right? The only thing that changes is this little line right here, not the entire skill tree, which, that's okay. I was a little bit excited to have more and more to grind, but that's alright. There's just these 5 nodes that are different. And they do different things based on each of the characters, which, in the full review video, I'll get into all the great details, but I just want to share my impressions and my thoughts on this so that I can get back to playing the game real quick. So, you have Expedition, which is basically going to make it so you can find better items while you're going with inscriptions. And then these Gemini inscriptions, which I think you can start to find in Act 3. Basically what inscriptions are is they're affixes on guns. So like more damage, more crit, different things like that, elemental effects. And then over on Survival, you can guess what that is. Take less damage, HP, skill damage, shield. And there's lots more to it. I don't want to show off every single node because I kind of feel like there should be something for you to still explore in the game for yourself. And then over here on Battle, you have ammo capacity. This one right here allows it so that at the start of a mission you can actually use the chest in there and get a good, decent starting weapon. And then your hero nodes that we talked about. And these are just strictly for the character. Real quick, while I'm pointing out that there's 2 characters, I'll just bring this up and show that off for the heroes. Like I said, you have a cat and a dog. That's it currently. I don't know if they plan to add more. I sure hope so, since it is in early access. So the cat basically has an energy orb that you can make it chain enemies and it freezes them, so it acts as a crowd control type of utility. And there's different modifiers you can get to make it do different things that I will not spoil. And you also have a smoke grenade, and then over on the dog's side, he's more explosive based. He can dual wield, and he has these big explosive grenades that explode on impact into a big AoE. They're both really, really freaking fun to play. So now that we've talked about all the great things with the combat, progression, and a little bit about the characters and the talent tree, the last thing I want to talk about is the number one issue right now that is being remedied as I make this video, and that is when you die in multiplayer. If you matchmake, which you have to be level 10 to matchmake, and you have to be level 30 to unlock the dog, I should have mentioned that before. But if you're in a a multiplayer game, right, and you die early on in the level, you cannot come back to life until they've killed the end of that world's boss. So you could be sitting there for like 20, 30 minutes, just not getting anything. You can leave the game and get your souls and stuff like that, but yeah, it's pretty punishing. So I'm not sure what they're doing to remedying it. Word on the street is they're going to make it after each map or whatever. You can come back to life because each area has like 3 to 4 different stages. So 3, 4 stages and then the boss fight. So after each stage, I think it is, you'll come back to life or something like that. I don't know how it's all going to work out. I did reach out to them on Twitter and they said, well, we're waiting to hear back from the developers. Since it is a game made by a Hong Kong developer, I'm sure there's a little bit of translation and communication that needs to occur before we can get all the juicy details on that. But it's supposed to be coming next week for that multiplayer fix when you die in multiplayer, so I'm excited for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions video for Gunfire Reborn, a little Saturday bonus video even. I was just so excited to talk about this game because, you know, for $11.99, that's hella cheap, and the game is so fun, dude. I already have almost like 20 hours in the game. Co-op's a blast. There's public matchmaking. It's just a gem. Just do yourself a favor. If you enjoy first-person shooters, pick it up. If you enjoy super fun gameplay, pick it up. This game is a blast to play, and hey, I'm going to end this, get the video edited, and I'm going to go stream it and play it some more because I freaking love this game. And also, in closing, I want to thank you everyone that has subscribed over the past year to the YouTube channel. It means more to me than you guys know. We've hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, and that is just a massive milestone for me. I remember hitting 10 subscribers and thinking like, wow, there's 10 people that like to listen to me talk about video games. Like, you know, that's just crazy, man. And we hit 1,000 subscribers. Like, that's all thanks to you guys. I can't thank you enough for your time spent enjoying these videos, if that's a thing. Like, thank you. While we're talking about it, if you enjoy all the content on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, share it with all your friends. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.